Welcome back to the SoCal Showdown in gorgeous Southern California. La Mirada, our backdrop this afternoon for our semifinal Saturday. Summit and Corona facing off. Welcome to Perfect Game TV. I'm Danny Wexelman alongside Steve Phillips, former Big League General Manager. And this is our game this afternoon. We've got two for you on deck. You can see there's Seth Hernandez, who's on the mound for Corona. 2 outs already in the top of the first inning. This is Dylan Harrison at the plate. By the way, he is going to be pitching in the bottom half of this frame for Summit. But we welcome you in. We're so excited to have you. There's a trip to the championship game on the line, and this one, I know we're all excited to get a chance to see Seth Hernandez for his second start of the season, Steve Phillips. In his first start, he went 3 innings, struck out 7, and he looked really, really good.
Well, he's looking really good so far in the start of this one as well. 2 quick strikeouts for him, and obviously he's got an explosive fastball, the top right-handed pitcher, the top pitcher in this age group and in this senior class this year for Perfect Game, and he's coming in there already throwing a mix and assortment of pitches right now. There's that fastball that explodes, but we've seen the breaking ball and the changeup already. 2 quick strikeouts in this game in the first inning so far.
Yeah, he went 3 innings, 43 pitches, and struck out 7 in his first start of the season for Corona. They won that ball game 2-0, by the way, over Maranatha, the Minutemen. The batter, Dylan Harrison, he's a Clemson commit. He's a pretty tough strikeout. It's a 3-1 count to him. He hits it in the air. It's trailing foul on the left side and out of play. By the way, this ballpark at La Mirada recently turfed the whole thing. They got to play on it for the first time last August. So a long project in the works, but a gorgeous, gorgeous ballpark. Darren and I were there earlier in the week and had a chance to broadcast some games. It's a incredible high school ballpark.
It's spectacular.
And there's a strikeout. So Seth Hernandez picks up where he left off in his first start. He gets Dylan Harrison looking, and that's going to end the top of the first. When we come back, we'll get a chance to see the Corona Panthers swing the bat.
I believe this is where it all began.
And here comes the pitch.
And this is the sweetest sound in the world.
Of course, to be able to swing a bat quick, you're going to have to be strong.
I believe you gotta rise before you can shine. That there is no agony worse than defeat.
The question is, does he have the bat speed? Does he have what it takes?
And an angel watches over me.
And swing it. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging.
I believe this will all be worth it.
And the next pick in the 2024 draft is...
All right, we welcome you back, bottom of the first at our SoCal Showdown. It's semifinal Saturday. Here's the lineup for the Corona Panthers. Their head coach, Andy Wise, has a pretty formidable 1 through 9. 1 through 6, in fact, in this lineup. Steve Phillips, our SEC commits. They are relentless. There is no breathing room. As you can see here, Anthony Murphy's got speed. He's electric. He leads things off. And Adrian Ruiz, he's a designated hitter. He's going to round things out for the Panther lineup. I got to see them in person. It is pretty unbelievable that they've got this group together, Steve. And, you know, they don't take anything for granted. They know how special they are, but that doesn't mean that they play loose and relaxed and don't take their opponents seriously. Every game to them is a must-win game.
Yeah, I think, look, they're playing for something as a team, but also as individuals. You got potentially 4 players that could go in the first round of the draft next year. I mean, there's extraordinary talent on this roster. And so I think that, you're looking at some guys that can swing the bat, some extraordinary athletes, and Dylan Harrison, a guy that can throw the baseball too, a great presence on the mound, 6'5", 215, very projectable body, good arm, facing what is an electric lineup from Corona High School.
Harrison out of Fontana, California. He's a Clemson commit and plays for CBA Marucci National, John Pano's club. And I got to meet Dylan a few days ago. He is tall. He is a presence on that mound. And under his cap, Steve, he's got a couple of different things written there. And one of them talks about, don't underestimate me, right? If you're not going to take me seriously, that's fine. That's on you. But he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And there's a lot of excitement, as you mentioned, around this guy. That's a ground ball to third base, and one pitch, one out for Summit.
I like it. Coming out aggressive, and Anthony Murphy, a really good athlete. We've talked a lot about this. Darren and I did with the Alabama tournament. Just leadoff hitters setting a tone for a team, coming out being aggressive.
Here's Ethan Bingaman, and he takes a ball high. The Auburn commit was on the mound for Corona's second game. He threw 4 no-hit innings, 7 strikeouts of his own. The two-way player on this Panther team for the first year. This is his first season with them, his last season as well. Either go get drafted or head to Butch Thompson's team and play for Auburn.
Boy, Dylan Harrison, what a presence on the mound. And you can think about projecting that body to fill out the downward plane that he has on his fastball. My goodness.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. I think there's a lot to like about him. He knows how big and physical he is. He's still trying to figure out how to use his body, right? A lot of these guys, when they're young and they grow so quickly, they've got these long levers. They're trying to figure out how to use them in the best way possible, be the most efficient, so to speak.
That's a great point. Excellent point. That's a lot of moving body parts and the coordination of getting it all to move in the same spot to lock in on a release point, right? To be able to consistently have that same release point to locate the pitches, it's not an easy thing to do. You think about Tyler Glass now. It took him a while to be able to get the coordination, to get that consistent release point in the major leagues from the Pirates in Tampa Bay, and now with the LA Dodgers, and figuring that out right now.
All right, here's Brady Ebel as Bingaman worked the walk, and Ebel fouls a pitch away. He is the son of Dino Ebel. His younger brother, Trey, is in the lineup as well. They both play on the infield. Dino, the third base coach for the World Series champion Dodgers. And the thing that I think really stands out about Brady, as he hits a line drive right back up the middle, Ethan Bingaman is going to go first to third as they check on Brady over at first. And so you just see there, you can see he's got great strike zone discipline, Steve, and takes a really, really veteran approach at the plate.
He does, and a really good stroke and driving that ball into right center field, but also really good play in the outfield. Jason Magdaleno getting to that ball quickly, getting it into the infield. And you got a team there, Sammy Lopez at second base for Summit, getting it in quickly, but also they're willing to throw the ball around a little bit, right? This is a team very confident with what they're doing. They throw it back to first base, trying to get Ebel, trying to make a big turn at first base. I like the big aggressive turn at first, but keeping him there close. And now what a matchup this is coming up right now, right? Seth Hernandez coming to the plate, facing his counterpart, Dylan Harrison, on the mound. Really a good matchup. What a pitcher's duel this is with these two guys going at each other. And now the matchup, we saw Hernandez facing Harrison and striking him out to end the first inning. Now Harrison with a chance to face Hernandez now with runners in scoring position and a chance for Hernandez to help himself.
The Vanderbilt commit, the senior two-way guy, could be the number 1 overall pick in the draft this summer. And he's used to the pressure. He's used to the scouts. He's used to the eyes being on him. And he always finds a way to rise to the occasion. First pitch swinging. Pops it up in the air on the infield. And Spencer makes the catch. Nice job by Evan Spencer at the shortstop position to bring that in, secure the ball for the second out.
Big league hair there by Evan Spencer. That is a thing, right?
Oh, absolutely is a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're in SoCal, right? SoCal, they have a vibe. Here's Billy Carlson talking about vibes as he fouls the first pitch off. The Tennessee commit, the senior shortstop. If I had to describe someone with the best vibes, Billy Carlson would be up there with some of the most talented in his class. You can see in California, he ranked second last season, able to show that power as he takes a ball that ends up being called a strike. It's a 1-1 count.
Let's tap his helmet, see if we can get the ABS challenge system in play right here.
Yeah, he's really impressive. He's special. He's obviously tall and lanky and a lot of room to grow. And that's going to be strike 3. Excuse me, it was a 1-2 count. So Billy Carlson goes down swinging. How about Dylan Harrison, who comes back after giving up the walk and the single to get a fly out and a strikeout? And we're still scoreless heading to the second at our SoCal Showdown. You back. The Summit Skyhawks are the visiting team, 3-1 so far in this early young season. Their head coach is Samuel Lopez, and they had a comeback win versus Servite, that final 3-2 earlier in the week. It was their bench guys. It was guys who were pinch running, who really made the difference in the ball game for Summit. Evan Spencer is going to lead things off. You see Tyson Lowe, who's in the lineup. He played a huge role in the ball game in their first game in the SoCal Showdown. They've got some uncommitted guys in their lineup too, but as you saw, Dylan Harrison, who was on the mound in the bottom of the first, Steve, is going to be able to give his team a chance to get some guys on the bases. It might take until they have to get through Seth Hernandez for that, but they've got a really great ball club under Samuel Lopez. And Ian Stewart is going to lead things off, the senior catcher committed to Concordia. Time is called. Stewart's out of Fontana, California, plays for IE Prime. His head coach Mike Carpentier. Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count to Stewart. Good block behind the plate. Josiah Andrade's first year with this Corona Panther team is the battery mate and is such a brick wall. Steve, I've had a chance to cover him for a couple years, a 3-time Select Fest alum, and he does a really good job of handling the staff. On the ground to short, Carlson picks it up and fires for the first out.
Well, one thing we know, if there's going to be a ground ball hit to Billy Carlson, he's going to make a play on it. He is really a vacuum cleaner out there in the infield. Having watched him both last summer and in the fall, and then obviously here in the spring getting started, he is very sure-handed and a guy that can really pick it defensively.
Here's Isaac Castanon, the Long Beach State commit. playing left field this afternoon. It's a line drive right back up the middle. That's going to get down, and Anthony Murphy will pick it up. There's a single for Isaac Castanon to get things started for Summit.
Summit has a bit more mature roster, of the 9 hitters and then the starting pitcher. They have 7 seniors, 1 sophomore, and 2 juniors involved in the game today. And so, a bit more maturity on the other side of it for Corona. 6 seniors, 3 juniors, and 1 sophomore overall involved in the game today.
Tyson Lowe fouls a pitch away, and that's a really great point, Steve. This is a really veteran lineup, and I think that that's important, especially when you're facing a guy like Seth Hernandez. Hernandez right now has really good stuff, right? He's still learning a lot. He knows that, but this is a kid who's had eyes on him and the spotlight on him for a really long time. So this is a professional approach from Seth Hernandez. Tyson Lowe, as I mentioned, played a pretty big role. Sorry, Steve. In their first game for the Skyhawks. He came off the bench, but he gets to start at DH today.
You face a guy like Hernandez. It's not only the physical maturity of facing the velocity, but it's also the emotional and mental maturity of not over trying, being able to slow things down, to be able to do that. And having played more games and having more experience, you've got a better chance of being able to be able to handle the emotions of an event like this.
A pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Lowe's a Freddie Freeman fan. He said, I love to watch him play because of the way he carries himself. Swing and a miss. They throw down to second from Andrade. Not quite in time. Great effort by the defense, but even better speed by Castanon.
Yeah, he ends up sliding in there, and I think the umpire may have called him out for coming off the base. You're right. I think he beat the throw, but I have a feeling the umpire may have called him out for going off the base afterwards and coming off. So I don't know whether because it looked like they threw it around afterwards. I don't know whether the runner stayed on the base or not, but I think the umpire may have called him out for coming off the base. He was in there safely, to your point, but I think he slid past the base.
I think you're right, Steve. He did slide off the base. Carlson applied the tag. And so there's 2 outs. It's a 1-2 count to Tyson Lowe. So again, Josiah Andrade, who's playing his first season with the Corona Panthers, his game is really solid. This is a kid who is your prototypical catcher, puts his head down and works. He goes above and beyond for his pitching staff, for his team, and just being around this team. They love this guy. They love spending time with him, and you can tell how much they respect him. So you get a chance to kind of see the arm work there. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So it ends up being a quick inning of work for Seth Hernandez, who throws up another 0. You like that pitch, Steve Phillips?
That's a great breaking ball right there. I mean, that is filthy. That's not a high school senior breaking ball. That may not even be a college level breaking ball. That's a professional breaking ball right there.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call to quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I gotta go, dawg. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Too much shit I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with a friends new.
Welcome you back to La Mirada, our backdrop for this afternoon. 2 semifinal games. These 4 teams playing for a trip to the championship. That'll be tomorrow on Perfect Game TV. We're scoreless, bottom 2. Our home plate umpire, by the way, Carlos Orique, and our field umpire is Felix Pacheco. Huge thanks to them for doing such a great job. Trey Ebel is going to lead things off for the Corona Panthers, the younger brother of Brady Ebel, the son of Dino Ebel. And these 2 guys, by the way, I got to meet their mom, Steve Shannon, who is the rock of the family. I'm such a fan. Obviously, the moms do a lot behind the scenes that no one really sees, but Trey and Brady, they appreciate her so much.
Oh, for sure. You know, and having been being a father of 4 boys, I love it when brothers play together. So my 2 older guys were on the same team, and my 2 younger guys were on the same team. And it was just such a joy. My 2 older guys played short and third. My 2 younger guys were second and third. Fantastic seeing them play together.
Trey Ebel whips his bat around and has a leadoff single for the Panthers. Joshua Sir is coming up to bat. Hey, I want to ask you a little bit about Dylan Harrison. So this is my first time getting to see him pitch, Steve. And that motion, as you mentioned, that downward plane, that is hard to pick up, yes?
Yeah, and it creates an angle that's very difficult, and especially for hitters that want to lift the baseball, right? That downward plane. Very difficult, where hitters want to sort of create the backspin and lift the ball. If he can get that downward plane and create it. Now, he also needs to be able to throw it at the top of the zone, but it also can give him a sense of getting on top of the ball to throw that 12-6 curveball.
Joshua Sir.
He's got a lot to work with.
Yeah, fouls a pitch away. It's 0-2. It also feels like Harrison's established the outside part of the plate with the home plate umpire. Right now, he's been getting that call as well, which has helped him out.
That's not easy when you're this tall.
As he throws the ball away, Ebel's going to get a chance to get to second.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, again, big body, a lot of moving parts. And, you know, in throwing is less about your arm and more about your feet, right? And you've got to get your body in place in order to get the arm slot in place, and especially throwing over to first base. And I think a lot of times for a big guy to make a pickoff move, he can get in trouble if he doesn't get his footwork right.
All right, so there's a strikeout for Dylan Harrison. A ball in the dirt. He gets Sir to chase. That's a really nice job by him. Like, you can see the devastation that his pitches can create. And he's gotten some guys swinging at pitches a little bit outside the zone. So I like that a lot, as you see Josiah Andrade come up to the plate. It's that one in the air to deep left field, going back at the wall. Wow. Did he catch that?
Yeah, good catch at the wall. So we saw the left fielder, Isaac Castanon, diving to make the play. But we did see the center fielder on the play, Tyler Crawford, able to make the play standing up. And then we saw great hustle, though, by Ebel. He tried to get himself almost all the way to third base on it, thinking he wanted to score on it. But they got the relay throw in quickly. And a good heads-up play by the shortstop, Evan Spencer, to try to potentially double off Ebel at second base.
Yeah, it's been really fantastic defense. And honestly, in SoCal, while we were there, the defense was sparkling for every single team. And you mentioned it, the outfielders there, really great job by them. They keep Ebel at second. Here's Adrian Ruiz, the designated hitter. He's behind 0-2 in the count. Dylan Harrison feels a little bit more settled in. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Harrison. The base runner left stranded, and Summit right now serving up K's. They're doing a really nice job with Dylan Harrison on the mound as we head to the third, still scoreless. All right, welcome back. Seth Hernandez back out on the mound. His counterpart, though, Dylan Harrison, is cruising. They are in a pitcher's duel right now as we move to the top of the third inning. Jason Magdaleno is going to lead things off for Summit. And a guy like Seth Hernandez, you know, on this infield, by the way, it's entire SEC infield for Corona High School. Trey Ebels headed to Texas A&M. That's his commitment. But for Seth Hernandez, you know, this is a guy who is so family-oriented, Steve, and cares so deeply about his teammates and about winning for his teammates. Any personal accolades you ask him about, he kind of just deflects, which is what most guys do, right? They don't want to talk about themselves, but it's pretty impressive, just his second year of playing high school baseball.
It really is amazing, and just the talent level and the camaraderie and the teammates and how they all pulled together.
It's a fly ball, a shallow center field. Bingaman comes on and makes the grab. There's one away. We got a chance to go work out with them and kind of see, well, we didn't work out with them. We watched them work out. We couldn't do their workouts.
I mean, thank goodness I wasn't there for that, because I've got no chance of being able to do that. I can't bend over and touch my toes anymore.
No. Oh, Noah Garcia with the line drive. He shoots that one into left field for a leadoff hit. Excuse me, a one-out hit to get a guy aboard for Summit. That's a nice piece of hitting. It feels like when Summit is making contact, they're swinging at the first pitch. They're being intentional about their approach to Hernandez.
Yeah, because they're jumping on a first pitch fastball, because they don't want to wait for the breaking ball, because it at times feels unhittable. So they think, well, if I get a fastball, let me jump on it, even if it's high. And he jumped on that high fastball and really ripped it into left field.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Garcia as they check on him at first. Tyler Crawford is the batter, the senior center fielder, uncommitted. But they were doing this workout, Steve, and it was wildly impressive. You start to add up the weights that they're lifting and the way that they're taking care of business. It just looks like young pro ball players who are getting ready for their season. It's just very mature.
You know, the game has changed so much in preparation. The metrics are everywhere now.
Andrade throws down. The ball gets away from Billy Carlson, so Garcia slides in safely. They've got a runner in scoring position.
And I do like the aggressiveness. Summit is not kowtowing to Corona. They're not saying, look, I know that Seth Hernandez is on the mound, but we're not going to give in to anybody. We're not going to just think, oh, we're facing them, we're going to give in. They're going to attack. They're playing aggressive baseball, and I love it.
Yeah, that's
bottom
the key.
Of the lineup, getting somebody on, trying to keep people in motion.
I love it. A pitch just missing inside, 3-0 the count. And listen, Corona's first game against Maranatha, it was just a 2-0 ball game. It was against Los Osos, was a very close ball game. They're not unbeatable. Crawford, an Anthony Volpe fan, he said he's a little guy that could compete, as if he's one of the bigger, stronger guys, and that inspires me. As he swings at the fastball up, 3-2 the count. Got a little swag at the bottom of the lineup. Sorry, Steve.
Yeah. No, but you know, with Corona,
yeah, go ahead.
They're gonna get everybody's best effort, right? They've got targets on them. They're gonna get everybody's best effort because of the pedigree of what they have on their team. You know, they've got so many guys going to major programs and D1 programs. They got so many of the highest ranked players in the country that everybody's they're a marked team. Everybody's gonna come in and try to knock them off their horse.
Time called behind the plate. The count is full. Yeah, and to your point, last season they won the National High School Invitational. They won the CIF Southern Section Championship, and they're the #1 team in the country. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. 2 away.
Seth Hernandez came all the way back there, right? He was in trouble. Worked his way all the way back to get a strikeout right there. Showed me something. And, at the bottom of the lineup right there, he found himself in a little bit of trouble, but he's worked his way back. Now with a man on second, got to look for a strikeout to get out of this jam.
Bouncing ball gets away from Andrade.
And why that's important, right? So the runner advances to third. Now, what does it do with regard to taking the curveball away? Does it take the curveball away in the dirt, where you throw that ball that starts as a strike but breaks in the dirt? Could it kick away and lead to a run?
Evan Spencer is the batter, and that pitch catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. He's their leadoff man, moved into that spot last Tuesday. Uncommitted so far. Andrade banging his glove on the ground. It's a bouncing ball to the right side. Their infield makes the play, and the runner is left stranded. So, again, our pitchers duel. What a good one we have for you at our SoCal Showdown, our semifinals Saturday. These teams playing for a trip to the championship. We head to the bottom of the third.
I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. If you take
All right, welcome back. Bottom three, the Skyhawks and the Panthers dueling it out. Dylan Harrison back out on the mound for the Skyhawks. This is a guy we've mentioned, 6'5". He's grown a ton. He's gotten more physical on the mound. And, he shared with us that attending Summit High School was the best decision that he's ever made. He said, being able to be a big part of a program on the rise, leaving it a better place when I graduate are important characteristics to me. The support from my coaches, my teachers, and friends, that's been amazing. We are all one family. It's the second time through the lineup. Anthony Murphy will lead things off, the LSU commit. Ton of speed. Check swing on the ground, and Harrison able to get it. And listen, that's a huge deal. Not only do you get the leadoff guy, but Anthony Murphy creates chaos on the bases. That's a great job by Dylan Harrison.
It is. I also liked how Harrison quickly moved off the mound right there, right? One of the things a scout you're watching is the athleticism of a big guy, and he really moved off there and very agile for a big man.
Here's Ethan Bingaman. He walked in the first. He's got a huge bat. His teammates cannot talk enough about what he can do at the plate. We talked about his 4 no-hit innings, 7 strikeouts earlier in the week, but it's really the bat, too, that is just as loud.
There's a bit of an interesting setup at the plate with where he holds the front arm. It's sort of he has like an arm bar, right, where he sort of locks out that front arm, it looks like, which is generally not what you want to do, but he has an approach that has worked for him very well, swinging the bat. And that back arm sort of down a little, but he has put together some really big games for Corona High School over his career. But you see the arm sort of straight across right there, which is generally not what you want to do, is lock that arm out. You want to have some bend in it so that you can actually take the knob of the bat to the baseball, but instead of just swinging with your arm. But he does get some buggy whip in that bat.
He fouls that pitch off. It looks a little bit like Giancarlo Stanton, but he finishes much differently than Stanton does, right? Stanton is all arms. He's all upper body. But, you know, every guy's got such a unique approach at the plate today. He's popped up. Right at the fence. Nice job by the first baseman, Connor Crawford, hugging the fence and bringing that ball in.
It's a really good play, and those are tough, right? You've got to get to the fence first, is what they always try to tell you to do. You don't want to drift and try to get there, and it's always better and easier when you're by your dugout, where they can coach you and try to help you to tell you where you are in relation to that fence.
Again, the defense has been so good all week in this game as well. Here's Brady Ebel, singled back in the first. His back foot almost all the way back in the box. And again, you can see how tall he is, the presence that he has, and it's a really mature approach. His strike zone is mirrored to the big league strike zone. Pops it up. Third base side, Garcia brings it in, and Dylan Harrison going toe-to-toe. He has looked so good. A 1-2-3 inning going through this Corona lineup. We go to the fourth. Still scoreless. Our SoCal Showdown semifinal Saturday. Welcome back. I'm Danny Wexelman alongside Steve Phillips. Our championship game on Tuesday on Perfect Game TV. Welcome into the fourth inning. Still scoreless. It's been a pitcher's duel. Seth Hernandez and Dylan Harrison go to toe-to-toe. Hernandez comes back out on the mound for another inning of work. I got to meet Seth's abuela, Steve, one of the most important people in his life, someone who's watched him grow up, cooks him food, his favorite meals. And when you ask his teammates about his abuela, they love her too. Everybody knows Seth's abuela. She is a fixture for Corona, for this baseball team. And you see the crowd there in the stands. This community at La Mirada, at Corona in Southern California, they cannot get enough of their high school baseball. You mentioned it. This is a different level of high school baseball. In fact, the LA Times said that Corona was a mini Dodgers. That's how they described them, the Dodgers of high school baseball. And these guys, these fans love that. Sammy Lopez leads things off. He's one hit shy of 100 varsity hits. The senior second baseman, Cal Baptist, commit. Can't check his swing. 1-1 strike the count. Swing and a miss. Again, Seth Hernandez, efficient with his pitches, Steve, and he's able to work in and out, right? Up, down, in, out, and he's got 3 pitches, maybe 4, that he can land for strikes. There's another strikeout, drop third strike, so Andrade is going to throw down to first, and there's one away.
Now batting for Summit, number 21, Dylan Harrison.
All right, here's the pitcher, Dylan Harrison. He struck out in the first. Andrade comes out, has a little chat with Seth, little smile on his face. That pitch just missing the zone for a ball. 0-1, 1-0, excuse me, the count. Tapped foul into the dugout.
Well, Dylan Harrison in a spot right now, maybe just needs to help himself. Get one over the wall. Just take care of it yourself.
Rolls over. Hernandez grabs it, steps on first. Again, the pitchers have really been shining in this ball game, right? Not only are they efficient with how they're throwing, but they've both been moving well off the mound. As you can see, Dylan Harrison there telling his teammates what's going on with Seth Hernandez and the spin he's got.
This really is an outstanding pitcher's duel. I mean, the scouts in the stands. You know what's also interesting is you've got a superstar talent and a prospect like this with Seth Hernandez, and really with Dylan Harrison. You're going to have all kinds of scouts to come out to the game, and when you're a player on a team like that, you're getting all kinds of looks yourself from all of those scouts who are coming out, but they're also noticing you, and so it really is a great opportunity for you. And what Seth Hernandez did right there, so many high school pitchers don't do. They throw their breaking pitches, and a lot of high school kids think that they have to throw their breaking ball for a strike. And what he understands is that you can throw it, make it look like a strike, but throw it out of the zone to get the hitter to swing at it and get the strike, right? It doesn't have to end up in the strike zone, but it starts in the strike zone, and the hitter looks at it and swings at it out of the zone, and you end up getting a strike, and he did it again right there.
What a nasty pitch. 2 strikeouts in the fourth, and he's racking them up for Corona, keeping his team in this ball game. And we are still scoreless. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning at the SoCal Showdown.
Wow. Oh, it feels brand new. That's crazy. I feel no pain, nothing. That's like crazy. Zero pain, zero.
Yo, that's so weird. That's crazy, dude.
Like, I can't feel my traps anymore because they've been going and they're super loose now. But my legs, it almost feels like somebody's just like pump, pump, pump. It feels like you're getting a massage, free massage.
Choose my pros, no better way to go.
Welcome back to the SoCal Showdown, La Mirada, home of the Matadors. They'll be playing next, by the way. We've got Norco and La Mirada coming up later tonight on PGTV. These 4 teams playing for a trip to the championship. That's on Tuesday on PGTV. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Corona at the plate. By the way, Keith Powers is their third base coach. Andy Wise, their head coach over at first. They command the coaching spots when Corona is batting. And Dylan Harrison back out on the mound. The tall, projectable right-handed pitcher committed to Clemson, and a guy who has been adding weight, working on adding to how physical he is, right? We've talked a little bit about just being that size, being able to use your levers and use them to the best of your ability. He shared his self-scouting report. Steve, big and physical, solid mechanically. He sets a good pace and pounds the zone with 4 pitches. Well, that's what we've seen as he faces Seth Hernandez.
He knows himself well, and it's a great scouting report, and he's pitching to that scouting report.
Time is called.
Corona uniforms. Corona uniforms look like somebody matched the Cincinnati Reds and the Philadelphia Phillies old school uniforms into one.
Chopping on the ground, barehanded by Spencer, and the ball gets away. That's a two-way guy right there. He's got some speed down the line.
He topped it into the ground, but he can run. He really can run. Remember watching him run on the fall, and it's an easy speed down the line. Able to beat that out and get down there. Now they put in a pinch runner for him as well. Let him go catch his breath and sit down a little bit.
You know what I love is that as a pitcher, he put his head down and ran. He just ran, right? Just puts his head down, isn't concerned about anything else. That's what everyone should be doing. Here's Billy Carlson, who launches one into left, deep left, over the wall. Billy Carlson with a 2-run home run.
And it looked like Billy Carlson ambushed him right there, that he was looking for that fastball, and he reached out and got it. Drove it out of the ballpark, and he said, I'm going to hit this one out in front. I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to drive it. I'm looking fastball, and when I get it, I'm going to do some damage on it. And sure enough, he did. And so the hustle down the line put the base runner on. Seth Hernandez helping himself, and then Billy Carlson making it a 2-run lead.
Here's Trey Ebel, who hits it on the ground to second. Lopez makes the play, and there's one away. So that's what Billy Carlson is capable of, right? The second time through the lineup, a little more adjustments, maybe an adjustment made for Billy Carlson. And that one is to deep left field, puts Corona up 2-0. Joshua Sir is the batter, Vanguard commit. He'll stay home to play baseball. That one catches for a strike, 1-1 the count. Line drive, deep center field, all the way back and gone. Joshua Sir, touch them all, back-to-back jacks for Corona.
Well, another one out over the plate right there. Took advantage of it and drove it to straightaway center field. And I got to tell you that I don't think this is about Dylan Harrison. This is about the Corona hitters making an adjustment. This is about them having gotten a chance to see him once and now getting their timing, getting their footing, and now going up there aggressive and ready to take advantage of it. This is just a good hitting team that got a chance to see Dylan Harrison once and taking advantage of it right now. And that's what a quality at bat and what a great swing.
Sir went surfing after into his teammates, diving into them. A little body surfing there. Love that celebration. Here's Josiah Andrade. That's ripped in the air. Right center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Nice job by Andrade to put the ball in play, rocking those bright yellow cleats.
Now batting for Corona, number 2, Adrian Ruiz.
That's going to bring up Adrian Ruiz. Time is called. Stewart comes out to chat with Harrison. I mean, until this point, Steve, Dylan Harrison had Corona's number. Corona had just made an adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, he's pitched great. I really do. I think that Harrison, the ball's still coming out of his hand okay. I mean, he's over the plate a little bit more than he was earlier, and he needs to keep sort of mixing it up and using his assortment of pitches and maybe changing the sequence a little bit. But it's not like he's run out of gas. This is just good hitters that have made an adjustment right now and have gotten a chance to see him and have gotten their timing down some, and now are taking advantage of it. And, you know, there's no shame in it. You're just facing a really good lineup of guys that can slug. I mean, Billy Carlson, it's not the first time he's taken advantage of a good pitcher. And Joshua Sir he's a big, strong, good-looking young hitter.
Sir, the 7-hole hitter in that lineup who went deep for back-to-back home runs. That's how we got to 3-0. Adrian Ruiz is the batter, 1 on, 1 down. And he takes a strike.
Now that's Ian Stewart trying some catcher-on-catcher crime right there, throwing down to Andre at first base. Good breaking ball. Good breaking ball right there.
The catchers in this league not afraid to backpick, not afraid to take advantage of how strong their arms are, their accurate arms. It's been impressive to watch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. 2 away, back to the top for Corona. So Dylan Harrison, by the way, I like the bounce back, right? You give up 2 home runs in the inning and you're able to go and get that strikeout.
Listen, I love the fact that, look, after the home run from Billy Carlson, you know, Trey Ebel grounded out on the first pitch. He didn't try to throw missed bats. He didn't try to, he wasn't walking anybody. I like that he got right back in the zone. And I do like, again, we talked about getting away from the fastball, sequencing pitches, going to the breaking ball, using all of his pitches, and he's gone to the breaking ball for a first pitch strike. I like it.
Anthony Murphy, the batter. Swing that a ball in the dirt. Harrison ahead 0-2.
Again, I like getting a strike where you show the breaking ball in the zone, but break it out of the zone to get the hitter to chase.
I like the miss. He goes outside for ball 1. We haven't had a chance to see it yet, but Anthony Murphy's got wheels. He is electric and so fun to watch when he gets on the bases. Rolls it over, grounds to third, behind the bag. A long throw. Didn't beat it. Anthony Murphy hustles to second, and he's tagged out. He tried to extend it, unable to do it. Great defense there by Summit. Corona gets on the board. Billy Carlson with a 2-run home run, and Joshua Sir with a solo jack. Corona's up 3-0. Welcome back. Corona up 3-0. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Billy Carlson hit a 2-run shot, and Joshua Sir hit a solo home run. So a lot of strength to fire up this Corona team. Seth Hernandez back out on the mound for another inning of work. We saw him go 3 innings in his first start of the season. Steve, 43 pitches, 7 strikeouts. It looks like they're starting to stretch him out a little bit longer here in his second start of the season.
He's been very efficient, though. I mean, he really has been. I mean, he's not had a lot of high leverage innings. I mean, not a lot of base runners, and he's been very efficient, working in the strike zone, getting ahead of hitters, and been in really complete command of this game. And so, it's funny. I like watching him. I always like to try to come up with comps, and I like watching him from behind. He reminds me a little bit of Aaron Nola, although I think he's a little freer and easier than Aaron Nola, a little looser than Aaron Nola is. But I do see a little of Aaron Nola in him overall. And so I like the breaking stuff, like Nola's breaking stuff. But I do see, listen, he's got great potential, Seth Hernandez. He really does. He's a terrific athlete. And I think he's got a bright future as a pitcher. Whether he signs professionally or goes to college to play, whatever his preference and choice is, he's going to have great options in front of him. But he's got a bright future, and he's going to pitch at certainly much higher levels than this.
Isaac Castanon will lead things off, and he takes a ball inside. I think that's what's awesome about not only CIF, right, the league here in California, but I think also just the guys who are playing on these teams are top-notch guys. As people, as athletes, they are working tirelessly. They take their prep, their practice as serious as they do the game. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. The California Interscholastic Federation. Corona won the Southern section last year. That pitch misses in for a ball.
Danny, one of the things for me in being around Perfect Game and seeing this, and where amateur baseball has come since when I played, which is a long time ago. I came from Michigan, where we started playing in Michigan high school baseball. We didn't get to play much because of the weather. And, Florida and Texas and California always played more than we did, but even more so now with the showcase events and the opportunities that they have.
Rolled over to first. Herrera to Hernandez for out number 1. Go ahead, Steve.
The amount that they play now, and the preparation and the metrics and the work that they put in and the opportunities that they have to prepare and all of the tools that they have to improve their game, it is so far beyond anything that I had growing up to improve and to get better. It is amazing to me what these kids have to be able to improve their game and to get better, and the opportunities that they have. It is astounding to me. And I got to tell you that even the kids in California and in the South compared to the kids in the Northeast, it's not even close, the opportunities that they have. So even those kids.
All right, Tyson Lowe is the batter. Steve's making a really good point, and there's a swing and a miss. That's 8 strikeouts for Seth Hernandez in this game so far. He is absolutely cruising, and Steve made this point earlier that not only can Seth throw his pitches 4 strikes, but he's also getting that swing and miss. Whether the batter recognizes not to chase, they are chasing. The pitch looks so tasty and good, and that is how good Seth Hernandez is. He is a guy who utilizes all the tools that are available to him, and that's what SoCal baseball does, right? These guys, they're just playing it at a different level than a lot of other people. 2 away, Jason Magdaleno, the batter, flew out his first at bat. Steve, you were making a great point about just taking advantage of the tools and the assets that these young men have at their fingertips.
Yeah, it is such an opportunity for them to grow their game to whatever level, to whatever the best level they have can be.
Bouncing ball on the ground, Carlson ranges and makes the play. Another 1-2-3 inning for Corona. Seth Hernandez with 8 strikeouts so far in this ball game. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Corona on top, 3-0.
One, two, three, work!
Yes!
Mine bat's better than any other bat I've used last year.
This bat just has more pop than any other wood bat that I ever used.
Wood bat league gonna go crazy this summer.
These bats are absolutely juiced.
Welcome you back. It is 3-0 Panthers over Skyhawks. Semifinal Saturday with a trip to the championship on the line. Welcome back to Perfect Game TV, and what a treat it has been all week long in this ball game. Today it's been a close one, a pitcher's duel up until the bottom of the 4th. Billy Carlson hit a 2-run home run, and Joshua Sir followed it up a batter later with a solo shot to make it 3-0. New arm on the mound for the Skyhawks as Ethan Bingaman leads things off for Corona. David Tamayo, the junior pitcher, is on the mound in relief of Dylan Harrison. Lefty fires in. That's grounded to short. Spencer with the arm and the play. There's one away.
Nice smooth play in the infield right there and letting the defense do the work behind you. Well done.
So David Tamayo, his nickname Ceviche, by the way, out of Fontana, California, plays for JGB, his travel team. James Guerrero, the coach of that team. Here's Brady Ebel. Singled in the first, flew out in the third. Tamayo's self-scouting report, by the way, 6'1" left-handed pitcher, low to mid-80s. His changeup is low 70s, curveball mid-70s, and a fastball with outside run. His best pitch is that changeup, Steve Phillips, the 12-6.
I love it. I love it. You know, that the ability for a left-hander. If a left-hander can throw a breaking ball, you got a chance to play at the higher levels. You just do. Right? That left-hander that keep hitters off balance, the lefty that can face a left-hander with a breaking ball. If you have a change-up to keep a right-hander off balance, you've got a chance to play at the upper levels.
2-1 count to Ebel. Takes a ball. 3-1 the count. Anytime you talk to Brady Ebel, by the way, he often says we, Steve. He's often saying we because he is always including his younger brother, Trey, in everything he's talking about. No matter what it is, as he works the walk, he is including younger brother, Trey. They're attached at the hip. I know they're going to get a chance to go to spring training and see their dad. There's a pretty wide gap in Corona's schedule, so they're going to get a chance to go out and see the World Series champs. They're pretty familiar with that team. They know a lot of those guys. Kike Hernandez has outfitted the team sometimes with cleats. Mookie Betts gave him his bat gear gloves. It's pretty cool.
What a great way to grow up, right? Around and in the clubhouse for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, right? Like, what a great way to grow up.
1-on-1 down, Seth Hernandez, the batter. Nice pitch by Tamayo. It's 0-2 the count. Yeah, and before that, it was the Angels. And so Brady Ebel will tell stories about getting hitting tips from Mike Trout and getting bats from him. And they have really learned from some of the best at the next level. Hernandez leaves it up, 1-2 the count.
You know, my two older boys grew up in the Mets clubhouse, you know, around Mike Piazza and Al Leiter and Robin Ventura and Edgardo Alfonso and those guys. They've got great memories of that.
I think that's what contributes to, when you see them in person, how professional they are and the at-bats that they take and the way they carry themselves.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. Hernandez strikes out. 2 away.
That's the changeup right there. That's an outstanding pitch. Right, that changeup that you get the hitter thinking fastball, where you can speed a hitter up and slow him down. You throw a fastball in and get him thinking, I've got to think about that fastball, better be prepared for that fastball, and then you pull the string on it, get him thinking fastball, and then come in slow. Another one. Well done.
Great sequence from Tamayo. Billy Carlson, the batter. 1 on, 2 down in the 5th. Carlson went deep his last at bat as he takes a ball. I love getting a chance to talk to Billy Carlson. Always got a smile on his face. Good vibes from him. Plays pickleball with his dad. I asked him, I said, who's better? He didn't even hesitate to say himself. Didn't even give Dad a chance. Hard hit on the ground. A diving Spencer. And they go to second. They try to get Ebel at second. He slides in safely, still on the ground. So he's safe. Everyone's safe. And Carlson extends the inning.
It was probably the right play, the only play, because I don't think they were going to be able to throw Carlson out at first base. And so, you know, Ebel hustling, knowing that the secondary lead and trying to beat that throw to second was the play, and he gets his buddy a base hit on that play. So well done by Brady Ebel getting into second base safely and getting Billy Carlson a base hit on it.
Trey Ebel singled and stole a base in the second. Grounded out in the 4th. And he takes strike 1. I got to have a long conversation with Trey last summer at our All-American game. He was there for the underclass All-Star game, and we talked a lot about his mom. The conversation revolved a lot about his mom, Shannon, and, you know, the grind of, you know, 10 months out of the year being with these 2 boys and taking them everywhere they go and, you know, being supportive of their family and Dino. And they just, you know, they really see how hard their mom works to make things happen for them.
Oh, I will tell you that the wives of men in baseball and what they do for the families, it is unbelievable what they do, and they are unheralded in so many cases where the men get all the credit and the all-star, you know, recognition. It is really the women behind them that are making it work with the families. There's no question about that. You know, I think about Eduardo Perez, a lot like the Ebel boys who are growing up in the Dodgers clubhouse. My co-host on the leadoff spot on MLB Network Radio, he grew up in the Big Red Machine clubhouse with the Cincinnati Reds. His dad had Tony Perez with Pete Rose and Johnny Bench and all those guys. He grew up in that clubhouse, but it was his mom that was the one that was really, you know, riding herd on him and his brother to make them the men that they are. And he is as fine a man and as good a friend that I have, and as good a guy as you're ever going to come across. You know him well, as Danny.
Yeah, he's the best teammate. He is an exceptional
such a great teammate, right? And his mom and dad are fantastic people, but, you know, what a way to grow up in a clubhouse of extraordinary men, but it's the moms that make it work.
A pitch fouled away. Great battle between Ebel and Tamayo. The count is full. Tamayo's worked all the way back.
I know for me, you know, my mom took me, when I was in the minor leagues, she took me to hit in a batting cage one day, put on a batting helmet backwards, held up the ball in front of the pitching machine and said, hum baby, hum baby, hum baby. And I started cracking up laughing. I couldn't hit. And, she's holding the ball in front of the pitching machine, put on a batting helmet backwards. It was like, hum, baby. And then she would always say, your costume's hanging on the line in the basement. I'm like, Mom, it's a uniform. She goes, oh, yeah, I get that confused sometimes.
The pitch is low. Ebel works the walk. What an at-bat. And that's going to load him up. Joshua Sir at the plate. This is what he did last time, by the way, to deep center field at La Mirada. Crushes it out of the ballpark.
Yes, he did. And I will tell you that Tamayo right now is having some difficulty getting the breaking ball over. And with the bases loaded, you wonder how comfortable he'll be throwing it and bouncing it in the dirt. And so Sir going to be sitting on a fastball right now. He better be careful where he locates it.
Good pitch there. That breaking ball fired in for a strike. Bases loaded, 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, this Corona lineup, the Corona lineup is really relentless. There is no breathing room because you get to the bottom of the order. Great block by Ian Stewart behind the plate. You mentioned how much does he trust that breaking stuff, Steve, and I think that is directly correlated to how much does he trust his catcher.
And he clearly does. I give him credit. Listen, good for him. That's his stuff, and he's going to stick with his game plan.
Big swing from Sir, 1-2 the count.
He's going to have to call timeout, put his shoes back on, because he swung out of his shoes on that one. Yeah, that was a big swing. Hold on. Let me put my shoes back on now.
Little bunny ear action to tie him up. In the dirt, good block.
Great block. Very well done. Ian Stewart, way to bounce around back there.
Stewart's a Concordia commit, and in the game we saw them earlier in the week, man, he was also a brick wall back there. He's the most important moment right here for him. It's a 2-2 count for Tamayo. Swing and a miss. Great pitch. Tamayo leaves the bases loaded, gets out of the jam. What a job. 3-0 Corona. Go to the 6th. Welcome back. Semifinal Saturday, Summit and Corona top 6. Corona's up 3-0, and it's been a laser show for them. Billy Carlson hit a 2-run home run, and then Joshua Sir, one batter later, hit a solo shot to make it 3-0. Seth Hernandez, in his second start of the season, 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. And it is no surprise that is what we expect to see from that ball club. The Summit Skyhawks hanging in, though. They're 3-1 this season. They had a come-from-behind win against Servite earlier in the week. But now they're going to face Jason Gerfers. He's the senior pitcher committed to Arizona State. He takes over for Hernandez.
And look, a senior who's been through it before, and he's been around Seth Hernandez, so he knows, a little bit about pitching, and, has come in behind him in the past as well. But this is not over by any means. And one thing we know about Summit, they're going to battle. They've been through this before. They're an outstanding program. and they're going to make him work, Gurfers, to be able to get them out. And they're going to see what they can do. And what they need is to get runners on base. Just get some traffic on the bases and see what they can do to make something happen.
It's 8-9-1 in the lineup for the Skyhawks. Noah Garcia will lead things off, the junior third baseman. He singled back in the third, stole a base. He's got wheels, puts pressure on the defense, and that's exactly what the Skyhawks need right now. Fouls the pitch away down the third base line. Jason Gurfers shared a little bit about his adversity, facing some adversity and overcoming how to be disciplined. And that is something that these guys learned in high school. They're not expected to perfect. That one's fouled away the other way. It's 0-2, but Jason Gurfers shared that learning just to become more disciplined has affected me in every aspect of life when it comes to baseball, school relationships with family and friends. And listen, I give these guys a ton of credit, right? Being a student athlete is not easy.
No, you know, for a lot of them, though, one of the things that playing on a team is it allows you to learn how to budget your time. And, you know, playing a sport a lot of times does away with some of that extra time that you have, that downtime where you've got things to do, and sometimes having free time can get you into trouble, and having your time budgeted can actually help you get some of the school work done and some of the other things you need.
Great pitch by Gurfers for the strikeout, one away.
Drops that breaking ball in there and catches him looking. Noah Garcia takes the breaking ball.
Here's Tyler Crawford.
Gurfers has an interesting delivery because he starts coming at you and that front knee, the front leg really flies open, right? It doesn't really step toward home plate. The front knee flies open and the front shoulder does, yet he's able to get the ball still toward home plate. A lot of times if that front side comes flying open, you know, you would think that he would pull his arm with him and away from home plate, but it doesn't. He actually still is able to get it and locate it to the catcher.
Samuel Lopez is the head coach of the Skyhawks, out to chat with the home plate umpire, Carlos Enrique.
Not sure what they're talking about right there.
I can't read lips, Steve, so I can't help us out here in this situation. But I do know there is one out, and Tyler Crawford is the batter. Hits it hard on the ground to the right side. Corona makes the play, and there's two away.
Matthew Herrera makes the play at first base. Ball topped into the ground and able to take it over himself.
All right, so back to the top. Yeah, I'm sorry, Steve.
No, just watch that front knee come flying open right there.
That normally does not equate to something good happening after, right? When we say the word fly open, that usually doesn't result in something good.
Right. Usually the arm drags behind, the arm comes, you know, leaves the ball up and into the right-handed hitter, but he seems to be able to pitch that way.
Confident, too, by the way. Very confident in his pitches landing for strikes.
Yeah, nice pitch right here. Look at the little changeup, dropping it in a little breaking ball.
What is that, 11-5? Let's call that 10-4.
Yeah, pretty much.
That one just missing outside. By the way, Evan Spencer, that self-scouting report, this guy is willing to do anything for his team. He'll bunt. He'll lay down a bunt in any situation. He'll do whatever he needs to do. He's got great barrel control. He waits on it, fouls it away. It's been a healthy diet of those breaking balls, Steve.
Okay, his team needs a 3-run home run right now. Now, I know nobody's on base, but if he's willing to do whatever, they need a 3-run shot right here to tie it up.
Just get on base one guy at a time.
Ooh.
And
well, he
not
did
that way, but that's going to put him on base. So 2 out, hit by pitch for Evan Spencer. You know,
He's not showing it. That's going to hurt.
I saw Josiah Andrade kind of hold his glove up and in before that pitch. Steve, that one just went a little too far up and in.
Yeah, I think he was sort of pounding his glove, trying to pretend like it was going to be inside, like they wanted it away, and like it was going to be a breaking ball. But I think it kind of slipped out of his hand a bit and still got him there.
2 outs. Here's Sammy Lopez. He rolls over to the right side. Great effort by Trey Ebel at second. The runner's going to be safe, so he extends the inning.
I think he dives on this one, but I'm a little worried about his left shoulder right here. That, he sort of tosses the ball back in, but he's looking like maybe he might have landed on that left shoulder a little bit, and it's not feeling too good. See whether they're looking at it at all. He looks like he's going to be okay staying in there. They don't, or his right shoulder, or something doesn't look quite right. No, he's shaking it off.
I need to know if that was ruled a hit. That would be 100 varsity hits for Sammy Lopez. You give him a hit?
Yeah, I think it's a hit right there. Yeah, I don't think he had any play on it.
Good block by Andrade behind the plate. The runner stayed put, but there's 2 on. So here's that little rally we were talking about. And this is the guy you want up, Dylan Harrison. Our first steps off. So 100 varsity hits for Sammy Lopez. What a great accomplishment for him, but I'm sure he'd like to see this game tied up even more. Paints inside for a strike. That evens the count.
Yeah, that's the pitch right there that I think Dylan Harrison probably can't quite get those arms to. He's big, long arms. I think he wants something out over the plate a little bit. And I think that's a really nice pitch right there to tie him up.
Good effort by Andrade to frame it, but good eyes by Harrison. Lays off that one.
Carlos Urique behind the plate, I think made the right call right there. Did not get enticed by the frame job.
Roped into right. That's going to plate a run. And how about that? Dylan Harrison in the 3-hole spot comes up huge for his team with 2 outs and gets Summit on the board.
I actually think they might have held the runner at third, Danny. I think they did.
Did they?
I think he held the runner at third. Here's the thing. It was hit so hard to right field. It was hit so hard, and I will tell you that Ethan Bingaman got that ball and rifled it into the infield so quickly that I got to tell you, that was a strong arm from right field, and it was an accurate throw to the cutoff man. And to a point, I understand that when you're down 3-0, you don't want to run into an out right there. That it probably wasn't worth taking the chance in that moment. And so, I'm with you. I thought for sure he's got to score from second base, especially because he can run a little bit. But sure enough, I think they held him up on that. I mean, Evan Spencer can run some too.
Yeah, you've got the 1, 2, 3 guys on base. Here's Ian Stewart, the cleanup hitter. This is how you draw it up.
I thought for sure he'd score on it, but boy, Ethan Bingaman got to that and rifled that ball in.
Yeah, that's that arm strength from the right fielder. No surprise from the Auburn commit. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Let's see this one more time. I mean, it was a bullet off of Harrison's bat.
It was hit so hard and right to Bingaman. Look at how quickly he got it and got rid of it. And this strong, accurate throw to Hernandez at first. I mean, I got to tell you, I understand now why they held him. I mean, that was a laser of a throw from a flat foot position from Bingaman. He has a hose in right field. Really good arm.
Bases loaded, 2 away, 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. High and inside, 2-2.
It's getting interesting right now.
Well, this is where the trust comes into play, right? You're trusting Andrade behind the plate with the bases loaded. You got to trust your stuff. And you got the cleanup hitter. This is the best hitter in the lineup. Stroked in the air. Right to left. So the defense able to make the play. Gerfers makes the pitch, though. And those runners have to stay where they are. Summit threatens. Corona able to throw some cold water on it. We head to the 7th with Corona up 3-0.
Players want to maximize their potential.
They are chasing the wrong thing.
Being better is personal.
What works for one player doesn't work for all players.
Players need to be told what they're good at, what they're not good at, and what they need to work on.
They need to be given a personalized plan to help them get to where they want to be.
That's how players get better.
That's how they maximize their potential.
That's how they become great.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us as we build the future of intelligent players.
The weather is warm and it's the perfect time of year to cook outside. Loco Smart Temp griddles provide precise and controllable griddle surface temperatures ranging from 250 degrees all the way up to a sear setting. The cooking temperature always stays exactly where you set it, so your meal always comes out just right. Cultivating great experiences is part of our DNA, and everyone has a seat at our table, so pull up a chair. Cook faster and party longer with Loco cookers.
Welcome you back, bottom 6. The Panthers up 3-0 over the Skyhawks. The Skyhawks threatening in the top of the frame. They had bases loaded, but Jason Gerfers made a great pitch and got a fly out to send his team back to the dugout. Great ball game we've had so far. This semifinal Saturday. Winner of this game heads to the championship game. That'll be on Tuesday on PG TV. They'll face the winner of our game later tonight, Norco and La Mirada. They'll face off. We've got you covered here on PGTV. I'm Danny Wexelman alongside Steve Phillips. On the mound for Summit is Diego Gomez, the junior right-handed pitcher, comes in relief.
Trying to hold the deficit right now, right? Having a good bullpen is not just about holding the lead. It is also about holding a deficit and giving your team a chance to still come back in a game, and that's what he's trying to do right now, Diego Gomez.
Starts off with a good pitch. That breaking ball fired in to Josiah Andrade. Ropes it right back up the middle for a leadoff base hit for Corona. It's back-to-back base hits for Andrade.
Andrade reminds me of Chooch Ruiz, the catcher for the Phillies for so long.
I
was
love
just such a good player for them. Right? I mean, see, perfect comp for him.
That's so good. Pinch runner Danny De La Torre comes in over at first, a sophomore. Get a chance to run. Adrian Ruiz is the batter. Anthony Murphy on deck. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. De La Torre pinch running over at first base. He's from Corona, plays for Stacked Travel Team. Mikey Duarte is the travel coach there. Committed to Arizona State. Said it's his dream school.
We saw Ruiz squaring around to potentially sacrifice bunt right there. He's had a tough day today, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And again, if he's going to bunt, you want to bunt it to first base. Swinging away right there, though.
Yeah, an insurance run wouldn't be bad.
No, it would be grand slam proof at that point, right? If you can get an insurance run, you'd be up 4.
The Skyhawks have been threatening the past couple of innings. A little too far inside, full count.
I'm thinking to myself, wear it. Lean into that one. Roll into it. We've got ice.
Yeah. We've got ice. Popped it up. Out of play. You can't rub some dirt on it because it's a turf field.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
You know, Ruiz takes a big swing. He takes a big swing, and you know, I'd love to see him, especially with 2 strikes, just cut that down a little bit to make some contact.
That one's rolled over again to the left side, but foul. Yeah, it's always interesting, right, to learn about a guy's 2-strike approach. I see it at the college level a lot, sometimes at the big league level. Not every guy has a 2-strike approach, but yeah, I agree with you. Shorten up a little bit, less of a stride.
Yeah, just, you choke up on the bat a little bit. I mean, it's gone away some in the game, although I think some guys still have it. I'd like to see it more. I think that contact hitting, the teams that seem to be winning don't strike out as much as the teams that do. The teams that win do not strike out nearly as much and put the ball in play and productive outs. There's some advantage gain where runners advance with a productive out.
Ruiz, great battle at the plate. In the air, but foul.
He's battling, though. Give him that.
Diego Gomez fires in, gets him to chase, but the ball gets away. First base is occupied, and so there's one away.
Now batting for Corona, number 14, Anthony Murphy.
That was a great job by Gomez to battle as he comes in to pitch in relief. Now facing the top in Anthony Murphy. Throw down. Keeping him honest over at first. He waits on it, hits it far into left, and that is another home run. Anthony Murphy this time muscles up. We were waiting for it. It's a 2-run home run, and the Panthers lead 5-0.
So I want to do something in my life that I can surf like that. Like I want to do something that I can do that because that looks fun. And here's the thing, he knows he can trot, right? Like he's flying around the bases. He can really run. But he got a piece of that one and drove it. And the Coronas, they know, the Corona team knows how to hit. The Panthers can really swing the bat. And he's not a big, strong guy, but he knows how to get his body into it. Rotates his hips, gets the hips lead the hands, they get it to the ball, and he drove that out of the ballpark. And they know how to look for a pitch during the course of an at-bat to drive it, and he certainly got the good part of the bat to the ball, drove it out there, and we talked about needing insurance runs. They got it now.
Here's Ethan Bingaman. He fouls a pitch away, 1-2 the count. Yeah, got an insurance run there, and again, Anthony Murphy, the junior is committed to LSU, and what's awesome is, he talks a lot about getting to watch his teammates and the eyes that are on them and the success that they have and how they handle everything. And he's really getting a crash course in all of that at Corona because he's going to be a senior next year. He's going to lead this team next year, but he's got a chance to watch the seniors right now do their thing and learn from them. And he's definitely taking advantage of that, I would say. And he muscles up a 2-run home run by the leadoff guy. It's impressive.
A real beneficiary, Danny, of having, 4 potential first-round draft picks on his team and getting all of the attention on them. And now he's going to get all that attention as well. And the question is, will he even make it to LSU?
Bingham in. Hits it on the ground. Over to third. Across the diamond. Garcia makes the play, and there's 2 away. And you said it earlier, right? There are scouts at these games. And listen, Anthony Murphy's a dude. He's already a dude, but he is also able to get in front of a lot of eyes that maybe he wouldn't have if these guys weren't on his team. They come out, they see Corona play. I mean, there were so many scouts in the first game of the season that we saw them. We broadcasted on PGTV.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of attention. And look, next year it's going to be all about him. And then it's going to be his teammates going to be, getting the benefit. They'll be the beneficiaries of the scouts being there to watch him play. And that's going to keep feeding the program.
Brady Ebel's going to do that all season long. Another base hit for him. He's been on base 3 times today. This is absolutely scorched. Lopez was in position, but the exit velo on that ball is probably 100 plus, it looks like, off Ebel's bat. Seth Hernandez grounds to short. They go to second for the easy play, but Anthony Murphy goes surfing. It's a 2-run bomb to make it 5-0. The Panthers over the Skyhawks with a trip to the championship on the line, and Murph makes it look easy. Welcome back. Corona up 5-0 over Summit. Billy Carlson is hopping on the mound in this one. I think he might be one of the more underrated two-way guys. I don't get to see him pitch enough, but it's one of his favorite things to do. And you ask anybody about him, they love to talk about Bill Carlson pitching. The Tennessee commit, he can do it all. And he's going to look to close this game out. 3 outs, and Corona will be playing in the championship game on Tuesday.
He's just a baseball player, right? And he likes the stage. He likes the stage of the big moments. You know, whether it's at shortstop, whether it's at the plate, or whether it's closing out a big game on the mound to take his team to the championship and closing out the semifinal. And so he's got a chance to get the last out of the game here to take his team to the finals, and he's going to relish this moment.
Isaac Castanon will lead things off. He singled in the second, grounded out in the 5th. Long Beach State commit. It's looking to get things going for the Skyhawks in the top of the 7th. One ball, one strike, the count. Billy's a Fernando Tatis Jr. fan. He said he plays with confidence and passion, and every time I'm on the field, I try to play the same way. We got another game coming up tonight. Norco La Mirada. Two and two the count. Those two teams will battle it out for the other spot in the championship game of our SoCal Showdown. You'll be on the call with Darren Sutton. That's Tuesday, right here on PGTV.
Look forward to that.
Bouncing ball gets away. The count is full. So what was impressive in the sixth, you and I were talking about it, is you just got to get a runner on, right? There were two outs in the sixth, and then Evan Spencer was hit by a pitch to get on. Sammy Lopez singled. Dylan Harrison singled. They didn't send anyone home, though, right? They didn't end up sending anyone home because Ethan Bingaman has got such a great arm in right field. The ball got to him quickly. But that's all they need to happen here, right? They just have to get on base. That's a stroke to right. And it's foul. And the Skyhawks can make things happen. They came from behind in their win earlier in the week. So they know how to do it. They've got the recipe.
Yeah, just get base runners on. Get traffic on the bases. Put pressure on the defense. See what can happen. Get the crowd into it. Get some momentum going on. And just see what can happen with it. Because you never really know. And then keep the line moving offensively.
That pitch is high. So Castanon patient and works the leadoff walk.
That's not what you want if you're Corona, where you've got, you've got a 5-0 lead. You don't want to walk the leadoff man in the bottom or the top of the seventh inning. You want to just force them to make them single you to death, and try to come back in this game. Right, death by 1,000 cuts to try to come back from a 5-0 deficit. Don't ever give them anything for free.
I'm sure Billy Carlson feels the exact same way, Steve. He's shaking his head up there. Pinch hitter in the box, Jacob Estrada will bat.
I think Estrada for sure.
Go ahead,
Billy
Steve.
Carlson's got a good fastball. I mean, he can throw that thing up there pretty good. He got a strong arm.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's all about that arm. Even if he doesn't pitch all the time, he's got one of the best in his class. And so he can pitch. Like you said, he's a ball player. He can pitch.
I mean, the other thing, Danny, is that runner on first doesn't mean anything. I don't care if he's getting a lead. Don't worry about it. Go get the hitter.
Estrada's a junior catcher. And he takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Fall behind 0-2. Out of the way to protect the plate. There's Andy Wise. We had a long conversation with the head coach of Corona, and man, he's a really relaxed but intentional head coach. That's how I would describe him. I would say that he wants to make sure the music is playing at his practice. His guys are focused, and they're practicing just as hard as they play this game. But he's such a great steward of the game, and being able to balance all the stars, as you mentioned, 4 potential first-round picks on this team means there's a lot of media requests, there's a lot of scouts, there's a lot of asks for this team, and he's done such a great job balancing it all. 1-2 strikes the count to Estrada. Carlson keeps another check on Castanon.
It's not easy when you have a team of stars. I mean, people think, oh, how hard can it be? You got someone that's talent on that team. It's not easy.
Swing and a miss. Carlson goes up and gets the K. There's one away. Well, I told you, Steve, that Eric Sonheimer of the LA Times called this Corona team the Dodgers of high school baseball.
Yeah, that alone, the expectations that come with that, right? The media attention that comes with that is a lot. And how do you protect high school kids from that? They don't need, these are kids still. They don't need that attention. They don't have the emotional capacity to deal with all of that. And how do you shelter them from that How do you keep them mentally focused from that? How do you keep their egos in check from all of that? It's not an easy thing. And, you want to make sure they're focused and not having to deal with all these, media requests as well.
Jason Magdaleno at the plate.
How do you remind them that
fielder.
How do you remind them that they're student athletes, right? Where the student part is first.
Absolutely right. And I think that, the best head coaches, the best staffs, right? He surrounded himself with a really great coaching staff too. And I think they allow these kids to be themselves, but they take care of their business, and that's why they trust them. And that's why they have so much success. 3-0 count to Magdaleno. There's a strike from Carlson. Noah Garcia's on deck. And that one misses. So 2 walks issued in the 7th. Puts 2 runners on. Still 1 away. Noah Garcia will bat.
Garcia singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 6th.
Again, Josiah Andrade, just his first year with this program, and I've known him for a long time. Steve, had a chance to watch him grow up a little bit, and for him to get the opportunity to play on this team, he is so great behind the plate, right? Whether it's Seth Hernandez or Billy Carlson or Ethan Bingaman, you've got all these first-round picks out on the mound, and the junior always doing a really great job, taking his time, having these conversations, and he's got such a great chemistry with his staff. So let's see how Billy comes back. Fires in a strike to Noah Garcia. Goes to the same spot. It misses high. 1-1 the count. Two on, 1 down in the top of the 7th. A 1-2 count, Steve.
It almost feels like Summit's just going to try to wait him out to see if he can get to 2 strikes before and see or to 3 balls first, and then figure out what comes first, the 3rd strike or 4 balls.
I think it's smart. Make him throw a strike, right? Unless you chase and swing at a pitch like that. Nice job by Carlson. He's got 2 strikeouts in the frame and 2 away.
Well, made this look like a strike until it wasn't, right? And that's the tough pitch. And that's what so many high school pitchers feel like they've got to throw that curveball with 2 strikes on somebody for a strike. And the best thing is to make it look like a strike, and the hitter feels like they have to swing at it, and then you break it out of the zone for strike 3.
All right, here's the starting pitcher of their first game for the SoCal Showdown, Cody Smathers, who steps in, and he takes a strike. Smathers, a Cal Baptist commit. Really great pitcher on the mound, and ducks out of the way of that one from Carlson. Top of the order waiting on deck if they can get there. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Corona just 1 out away from heading to the championship game of our SoCal Showdown.
I wouldn't slow it down for Smathers. It doesn't look like he has the bat speed to handle the hard, high fastball right here.
Pitch misses outside, 2-2. Evan Spencer waiting on deck. The Skyhawks have had traffic on the bases the last few innings. They just haven't capitalized. Up at the letters to go full. Smathers leaves it up and works the walk. Wow. I mean, that is an incredible display of patience to lay off that pitch and load the bases for Evan Spencer.
It looked like Carlos Enrique, the home plate umpire, flinched a little bit, like he thought about potentially calling that a strike, but didn't give it to him. And now the bases are loaded.
Swing and a miss from Spencer. 0-1 the count. Again, Spencer started the rally in the 6th. He was hit by a pitch, and that led to a couple of singles. Corona got out of it. Bouncing ball to third. Ebel steps on the bag, and the Corona Panthers are going surfing to the championship game. Billy Carlson able to close it out and get that ground ball after loading the bases up, but it was the home run ball by Corona that led them to this 5-0 win. Billy Carlson had a 2-run homer. Joshua Sir went yard. Anthony Murphy also went yard, made it 5-0. Congratulations to Corona. You're headed to the championship game.
3 different home runs. Billy Carlson getting it done right there, driving it out of the ballpark. Solid pitching, got the big outs when they needed it. They can celebrate. They get ready to head to the championship. Jason Sir driving one out of the ballpark right there. They can celebrate it for sure. And Anthony Murphy driving one out of the park as well. A big day for Corona High School. They get ready to find out who they're going to play between Norco and La Mirada as they set up for the championship on Tuesday night. As we get ready to see who plays next.
9 Eastern right here on PGTV, 6 local time. Thank you to our entire crew. With Steve Phillips, I'm Danny Wexelman. We will see you right back here at 9 o'clock for our second semifinal game.